many times you catch yourself undermining your own potential with doubt and negative self-talk? Do you even notice it? Or do those thoughts slip by subtly, creating your reality that you are so desperate to escape? What would you change if you knew that your mental diet is as crucial as the food that you eat? We are unlocking it all in this video. Hello, my name is Mariam Davoudi. I'm a medical student in Shahid Besh University in Iran, and I'm going to be a medical doctor very soon. I talk about my experiences, my stories in this channel, so let's start today's video. So keep watching if you are actually ready to bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to be, because what I am about to share with you is going to change your life forever. What you think about yourself and imagine about yourself, your reality, your future, is the cause of the circumstances that you are in. Not your horoscope, not what he texted you, not what your boss said to you. It's all through your own mind. So this is no coincidence. Those that have mastered their own reality all have one thing in common. Their inner conversations are aligned with their ultimate desires. And so this is how exactly you are going to take control of your own life. And it comes down to three crucial steps: awareness, shifting, sustaining, also known as ASS. Yes, we are going to make you the most juiciest, yummiest ASS by these three steps. And so the first thing is awareness. Now, it's all very well and good being aware about exactly what you want. You want a Lamborghini, you want millions of dollars, you want the dream house, you want the dream person. But are your inner conversations aligned with those desires? The majority of the time, we don't have to be perfect. Notice how I said the majority of your thoughts. You can literally cry, you can literally sob, and you can still get what you want. But the number one reason why people don't get what they want is because their majority of thoughts is not aligned with what they want. So you're constantly oscillating from the old story to the new story. And so why is this even important? Neville Goddard said, if our inner conversations are the opposite of our deliberate imagining of the wish fulfilled, you can actually negate what you have imagined. This is why when I was chasing my tail for years, doing affirmations, doing meditation, listening to things online, trying to do all of these works for years, I have done it all, I have tried it all, and nothing was working. It's because my awareness about my inner conversations wasn't there. I didn't understand what I was thinking. I didn't even know what I was thinking. Every time you are thinking consciously, you are either perpetuating the current circumstance or you are feeling the new desire. There is nothing between them. There is nothing else that's happening. What is it that you want? There is only two possible outcomes: more of the same or the entirely new reality. And you get to decide. So let's say that you are manifesting millions of dollars and you fall asleep at night, visualizing your bank account with millions of dollars. And throughout the day, you are looking at your bank account and saying, I don't have millions of dollars in my bank account. I don't know how I am going to pay for this, or all of that stuff. You are completely feeding the old story. And guess what? The old story already has a head start. And so what is gonna win? What is the most dominant assumption in that moment? You are feeding them both because you fall asleep thinking about millions of dollars, but you are waking up and thinking about the old story all day. You are living the old all day. So that 10-15 minutes at night isn't stronger than the 24 hours that you are thinking the opposite. Are you really in alignment throughout the day? And you are thinking about your desires and things that you want. So this is step one, the awareness of your thinking. The step two is where we stop letting this parasite live rent-free in your mind. This is shifting. So the way that we shift now, your feeling don't just come out of the sky, right? There was a whole whole process. Your thoughts create your feelings, but your thoughts come from a cue. For example, let's say that you are going to lose weight and you go in the mirror and you see yourself in the mirror and you start thinking about things that you are seeing in the mirror. This is going to make you feel in some type of way, and so the cue there is standing in front of a mirror and looking at the mirror. So let's say that, for example, you will stop binge eating, you will stop eating sugar, and then you open the fridge. Usually think something like, I'm hungry, I'm starving, I wanna eat more, I hate myself. And you go and eat the food and it makes you feel a certain type of way. The cue there was opening up the fridge or seeing the food. And so what we do here to kinda intercept this process that is going on, first of all, you need to understand what is your cue. Is it looking at your bank balance? Is it seeing someone getting married? Is it scrolling Instagram? What is your cue that makes you feel those thoughts about yourself? Because you can stop it in its tracks before it gets to the point where you've devolved, you feel like crap, you're not liking yourself and all of that stuff. You can say those empowering affirmations while you are doing the cue. So let's take the losing weight. When you are going to the mirror now, where you are standing in front of a mirror, that is your cue to say the affirmation. You've stopped the process before it's even begun, and you are beginning a new process, so you can think better thoughts, so you can feel a better way, so you can even experience a better reality. This is how we shift, by catching our cues. So if you don't know what your cues are, really start to think about them. Finding yourself, write all of your cues in your notebook, and so really understanding what makes me feel some type of way. What happened before I felt like shit this day? What was I saying to myself before I felt good on this day? Understand what your cues are so you can intercept them in the future, which lead us to the final step, which is sustain. So you say some affirmations for 2 days in a row, and for the rest of the week you're going back to the old story. It's not going to do anything for you. You are just feeding the old story even more. But here's the thing, you can't mess anything up. You really cannot mess up your manifestations. No matter what you do in the 3D, this is the perfectness of it all. But I just prefer for you to stick to something. Just stick to something for the next 30 days and actually start to see that shift, because it is really magical. It feels magical. And so continuous means literally without interruption. And so what we do here is continuing shifting toward our new story, shifting those beliefs to become that desired person, shifting the gap between where we are and where we want to be by continuously putting in the work, regardless of what you are seeing in the 3D. This is where really repetition dissolves your disbelief. So true persistence is you actually sticking to your imaginal acts. Don't need to do this 24/7. You can still waver, but you get what you want. But most of the time, you should think about your desired future so that it becomes your most dominant assumption. This is how we really start to shift. I hope this video was useful for you. See you in the next. Love you guys. Bye.